back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you when to take profits on Toshi and most importantly, how to strategically do this. And before I continue, taking profits is not a bad thing. If you don't take profits, ultimately, all you'll be seeing is numbers on the screen, right? And that's very important for all of you to understand. So when you see your portfolio going up in value, even if you see your Toshi holdings at some point reach $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, it may look good, but until you cash out, it's not real. And the same thing works when you're down. So for example, if you're down 50%, if you're down even, let's just say 70% on Toshi at the moment, well, it's not a loss until you've actually cashed out, right? So taking profit just ensures that you walk away with some profit, essentially. So the first thing is identifying the opportunity, and everybody in this community has identified an opportunity with Toshi. Toshi right now is a $250 million meme coin project on the base chain and has the potential to become the #1 meme coin on the base chain. I actually think it will flip Brett, and I think it will dominate on the base chain and end up becoming the #1 coin on the base chain. So right now, even at its current level, this is an absolute bargain, right? So the opportunity has already been identified, whether you bought, at the low, whether you bought last year, whether you're buying now, or whether you bought at the peak. Because when you find out my next target, you'll soon realize that everybody watching this should be in a profit before the end of March. So the opportunity has already been identified. Now, once you've identified the opportunity, we then enter the project. We all have entries in, we all have dollar cost opportunities in this project. But remember, we are trying to buy before price explodes. So you'll find if you're down, 70% or 50% now, it's because you bought when price peaked. But the objective is to buy when price is selling off. So for example, at the current area that it's at now, this would be a great buying opportunity, right? Now, once we've entered at this incredible low, at this fantastic cheap price, then we essentially want to figure out our risk, right? So I always say this, it may sound boring, but unfortunately I have to repeat it. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. The only people right now that are sweating, that are, saying, this project isn't good anymore or what's going to happen, and they're extremely worried, is because they've over leveraged on Toshi. What does that mean? They've put in way too much money that they cannot afford to lose, which means essentially no matter what happens with Toshi, whether it's going up, whether it's going down, they still have that anxiety because they're worried about the short-term fluctuations in price. So you never want to be in that position. I say this all the time. Sometimes investing $1,000 into Toshi is better than investing 10,000. And the reason why I would say that for this example is because let's say the next midterm target is 10 cent, which is 100x or over 100x from where we currently are now, right? Now the person that's put in 1,000, which they can afford to lose, they're comfortable with, they're more likely to actually hold Toshi until that level is hit, right? Whereas the person that's bought with 10,000, because they, again, obviously is subjective, 10,000 to some people, that is them being comfortable. It's not over leveraging. For some people, investing 100k is comfortable and not over leveraging. But I'm saying if you cannot afford to put in 10,000 and you do so, guess what? You're never going to hold it till 10 cents. It's not going to happen because you're always going to be fearful of what if price sells off, what if price crashes, and ultimately it all turns pear-shaped, right? So always make sure you're putting in more. You never put in more than you can afford to lose. And of course, never have too much exposure to just one coin. And in fact, for those of you that have been watching my Toshi videos, congratulations. Well done for those of you that have been subscribed to my channel, because ultimately you would have made sure that you got into these opportunities, like the opportunity on Pepe under a $40 million market cap I gave out, the opportunity on Bonk token that I gave out as well. We bought that under a $60 million market cap. So by you being subscribed, you get access to all these opportunities early. Just like Toshi right now, this is an opportunity that, believe it or not, is still very much early, right? So congratulations for being subscribed. If you're not, make sure you're subscribed right now, because you do not want to miss another update. Now, on the topic of just being in on one coin, my philosophy is this: for each meme coin, I would value them based on the chain, right? So for example, as you guys already know, my number one meme coin pick on the Solana chain is Bonk coin. I've already explained the narrative and why I bought this project, right? For ERC tokens, it could be a different coin, right? For basechain, it's Toshi. I believe Toshi will flip Brett. So instead of buying Brett and Toshi, I'll just pick Toshi, although there is another coin right now on the base chain that is valued under a $5 million market cap. This, to me, I believe will be the next 100 to 300x play. It's currently available right now on our CC Premium channel, available for entry. So for those of you that want access to that, you know what to do. Click the link below and join CC Premium right away. But with that being said, you'll notice by not being exposed to one coin, I'm exposed to essentially one coin or one or two coins, but on different chains, right? So I've got Bonk, ERC, ERC20, Solana, obviously, and the base chain. And base chain right now is Toshi and one other project that you guys can all get access to by joining CC Premium, right? And that's 100, 300x play short term. Now, with that being said, let's get straight into it. Now that you've made this far in the video, let's talk about when price is rallying now. Price is going up in value. Price is spiking. Let's just say we go beyond all-time highs. We head to our next price target at 0.0029152, right? Which is now over or just under or over 400% away from our current price area now, right? And then let's say our second price area at 0.013299752. Let's just say we've now seen price go up to these areas. You've got your entries in. What do we do now? Now, I always say it's important to take profits along the way. Now, the first thing, for those of you that are saying, nope, I'm holding this till the moon, I'm holding this till 10 cents, that's fine. But at least for me personally, I would take out my initial capital once a major milestone has been hit. Now, I've given out a few predictions. I think we'll likely see price sell off quite aggressively once we hit that $2 to $3 billion market cap level. And remember, at this stage, the majority of the people in this community will already have achieved millions or at least hundreds of thousands of dollars. So at this point, I mean, if you haven't even pulled out your initial capital, what are you doing? So I'd pull out my initial capital to begin with. I'd probably do that on a 5x, just so I'm risk free. And at that point, if you want to hold on to the moon, go for it, because ultimately if price sells off, you've already pulled out your initial capital, right? Or some people like to pull out, let's say, half of their capital after the first 10x, right? And in this case, let's say you haven't taken out any profit whatsoever, and you're basically have a ton of profits at the moment, and you still don't want to take profit. Well, then just wait for price to 10x from here, and price will be at a $2 billion market cap. Maybe pull out 50% of your capital. That's what I would do personally, probably even more. And the reason why is because at that stage, everybody watching this would have hit their financial objectives and goals, realistic financial objectives and goals. And in this case, what you're waiting for is the market to then sell off, and then you can just buy back in at a cheaper price, rather than waiting for price to hit these massive targets and then watching all of your profit go down. And then guess what happens? You make the same mistake you make every cycle, holding on for too long, and then you end up losing all of your capital. It's just not worth it. So the bare minimum I look to do is, number one, I pull out my initial capital after it. Some people like to do it over 2x. I understand no one's really going to do that in this community. So I would at least do that at 5x, right? Then after that at 10x, right? Well, depending on where you entered, if you entered, well, even if you entered now and again, this is the issue with these things. Unfortunately, it is all about your entry. So for the people that entered at the start of the year or last year, they've all made hundreds of thousands. They've all made $1 million. If you're only buying now with $1,000, then unfortunately, or fortunately, because you can't go broke making a profit, you're going to make about $10,000 once a $2.3 billion market, $2.5 billion market cap is hit. Now that doesn't mean, okay, well, I'm just going to hold on for a 10x or 20x after that, because ultimately the market will likely crash at that point. So if you want those 100x's, well, then there's another project, as I just said, that you can buy under a $5 million market cap, and you can achieve a $100,000 off that 1,000 in the short term, whereas expecting Toshi to go up to a $20 billion market cap in 2 months, it's just not going to happen, right? So once a 10x happens, I'd be looking to pull out at least 50%, even from this area. And then at that stage, all you need is to 10x one more time on that pulled out capital to scale into maybe 6 figures or 7 figures, depending on how much you obviously cashed out at this peak. And the other 50%, or maybe you leave 30% in, you could just hold on for that long-term target, or maybe, 10 cents, or maybe a 30 to 40 billion dollar market cap, where we think Toshi could actually peak by the end of this cycle. So that stage, you pulled out your initial capital, you pulled out some profit, and you've also set yourself up to be able to 10x one more time to achieve that 6 to 7 figure target. But as I said, once that $2-3 billion market cap has been hit, which is 10x from here, the majority of you would have already made the hundreds of thousands, the millions anyway. So there's no need to just hold on, and then round trip your profits all the way back down to 0. Now, of course, with all that being said, you're probably wondering, well, how do I know when the market's going to sell off? How do I track these things? I can do everything you said in this video, but if I don't know when it's going to happen, it's meaningless. Well, that's why I'm here. You can all join my my free Telegram group right now. So click the link in my bio and join the free Telegram app. You do need to download Telegram before you click the link, otherwise the link will not work. So download the Telegram app, click the link in my description, join the free Telegram app, and I'll actually update you guys when I will be taking my first profits on Toshi. Again, completely free. You've made it this far in the video, so you'll get that free value. And I also have an entry on another meme coin in that free Telegram group below. So click the link below, join the free Telegram group. And for those of you that also want to access that 3 to 10x strategy, so what do you do when you take profits? How do you turn that into 6-7 figures? I have a video in the group that shows you how to make 100,000 in 1 month and 16 days. And last but not least, you can all join my CC Premium channel, where you get access to that short-term 100 to 300x base chain pick. This for me is one of the most obvious buying opportunities on the base chain at the moment. Again, you're buying under a $5 million market cap. This is exclusively available in my CC Premium channel. And why should you listen to me? As I just said, we called Bonk under a $60 million market cap. We called Pepe under a $40 million market cap. Gave it out for free on YouTube. That surpassed $10 billion. We called the top, sold, and then called the bottom again, and saw price rally once again. So I'll see you all in the free Telegram group. Make sure you subscribe, and of course, get access to that project in CC Premium. Until next update, guys, make sure you understand nothing that you see in this video is financial advice, and always make sure to do your own independent research. Until next update, seize the day.